What is the one thing that is terribly missing in modern society? This is episode 105, Virtue Train on Empower Your Pattern 2.0. Commercial. This podcast is for those who desire more, who desire to enjoy an extraordinary life. In this podcast, I give you the spiritual and temporal tips to help you overcome the adversities in everyday life. Okay, it is mid to late October of 2014. I'm with family. I had an uncle on my mother's side that had moved into town and was staying with us for a few months for the time being. One thing I noticed was that even though I'm Christians, I feel like some of the main virtues are missing. Now, my uncle's family had turned me on, and I still like this artist. Don't get me wrong; it's a Christian rap artist named Lecrae. The thing is, I disagree with some of his faith philosophy and his ideology. I mean, I like that he loves the Lord and everything, but other than that, but I started to see really late October and onward, I started to see that there is one thing that is missing in modern society. Of course, I've always known, but it became more apparent in late 2014. Virtue is something that is missing. Because the fact of the matter is, I think virtue should be a leading factor in the winning pattern. That's why I had in chapter 5 of my book, The Winning Personality, I discussed character and ethics. Now, I know some of it is, what I've written is controversial, ruffles a few feathers, but sometimes this old Baptist boy's got to get his viewpoint. In the business world and in our personal lives, we are missing a key element here, and that is living a virtuous life according to God's laws and the laws of the kingdom of God. And so, beginning in November of 2014, I grew a stronger hunger to be around and to hear more people that were more geared toward this. Because for some time I have been very concerned about the direction of this country. I still am. When you have like the news media and Hollywood, and even to some degree the music industry that wants to toss the baby out with the bathwater when it comes to virtue. It's just to be honest with you, it's crazy. It's crazy what's going on. Of course, I think really it started to become more a little bit more blatant by the time I hit my early 20s. But it's even more so now. It's crazy. But the fact of the matter is, we are an advanced society in this world today. We're not Neanderthals. We have to go to the one thing that separates us from the animals, and that is the ability to live by the cardinal laws of virtue. It's one of the leading things that we need to get into. You have to understand that I don't normally wax political, but anyway, this is faith with my ideology, because that's where it's centered in. Is I really think we need to get back to the basics of life of virtue. I know I sound like an old for him contemporary Christian song. I'm dating myself once again, but when you get back to some of the basics of life, were virtues and morals that are supposed to govern our lives, instead of just full abandon, which is the direction that modern society, or shall we say, in the eyes of academia, postmodern society, is heading towards. And so we need to be careful with this, guys. I want to let you know how important this is for you to begin to grasp here, okay? Now, so I hope you begin to understand this. This is key here, because we need to live by laws of virtue if we're going to be able to make it through the winds of adversity and reactivity. This is Jimi Hendrix saying goodbye. Until next time, do what others don't so you can do what others won't. Do what others don't so you can have what others can't. Choose, act, and pursue happiness. We hope that you like what you've seen here so far in Empower Your Pattern 2.0. If you do, please hit the thumbs up, the like button, and subscribe to hear more from